Welcome to the Master Arabia Finals. Here in the red, we have the man who forwarded and beat Jordan, the defensive master. Just the walling champion, we have Tim. In the red, very good to see him here. Very different play. In the yellow, the first player ever to reach 2.7k. The monster that beat Doubt 4-0 recently. The economical champion of the moment, the Viper, playing in yellow. We are in Game 1, guys, of the Master Arabia Finals. This means it's going to be a Huns v Huns. These two players have lasted through 6 rounds of players to make it here. Viper having to knock out Mr. Yo, RVK member, and we had Tim recently knock out Jordan in the last game. And there have been some amazing games so far, guys. I am so happy to be here doing this one. This is what it's all come down to, the Master Arabia. It is a best of 5 game. The games will be played in Huns, Aztecs, Mayans, then it will go into the 2 that we haven't seen yet, Spanish, then Mongols. For those who watched the stream the other night, Fiage, Whack, they all did a great job. Gene, I think, was there as well. But they all did a great job casting that. So thanks, guys. And as well, I'm single casting this because it was really close, actually, on the other video. And I did say comment. So comment if you wanted to see it dual casted. And there was pretty even comments on both. Plus, we had like a triple commentary the other night for this. So if you really want to see it double, then I can send you a link over to Fiage's channel in the description. Well, his Twitch channel. So that'll be good. So, into the game, we see Viper there, taking that boar in nice and early. Tim killing off Viper's sheep there. Pretty dirty stuff from Tim straight off. But this is the finals, guys. Laming is allowed. You can do whatever the hell you want. It's just first person of 3 games. Takes it. That's it. Another thing that we'd seen as well, Viper. He did not play very well in the last 2 Hun Wars that he has. He got taken down by Mahori and by Mr. Yo in those Hun Wars. So, has the random civilization been affecting it? Not too much, and here we go. We've got the 3rd boar coming in from Viper because he stole one of Tim's, which I pointed out before on the way. I was a bit busy talking for a second there, and looks like that boar's going to run back. Ooh, it just looks like Viper's going to bring that one in early. And if you can't tell as well, it's already in fast forward because nothing's really interesting happening at this stage. We have had Viper steal a boar from Tim, which is pretty brutal. And for those wondering why there are so many names here, of course, it's because we had all those people watching live during the streaming, and it was awesome. Over 500, I think 600 people turned up to watch it. That is awesome, guys. Just great community right there. So Viper transferring over onto gold now. And it looks like Viper's trying to get in a little bit of harassment. So let's slow it down right about now and let's have a look at the maps. Tim going for his walls, of course, something that is pretty normal. Barracks as well, coming up towards the front. We have stone at the front for Tim, which is no big deal. However, if he wants to get those stone walls up, he is going to have to mine stone pretty early because he does have quite a big map in this area. Walls most likely going to be going off in this area here and this one here. Can't see him walling probably across here just because he'll lose too much area to really do anything in. This area over here as well, pretty good from Viper, like for Viper's perspective, because if you look at it, Tim's got all of his gold right here in this area, plus a stone mine. If Viper can get a tower or just arches or something up on this hill just to hold this section down, it's going to be pretty bad for Tim because he's going to lose 2 of his gold mines, a stone mine off that. Viper's going to have a great just defensive position to push in with, which is really interesting to have. And Tim, what is your plan now? What are you going for? We have wood, nothing really insane. Stable going up, so it looks like Tim is going to be going with scouts. Yes, he is. Stone walls going up already, which is not interesting at all from most people's point of views because they hate Stonewall. Guys, he got to the finals. It is the final game. Obviously, he's doing something right. Viper moving in with a spearman already, which is quite interesting to see because generally you don't see a lone spear head across the map by itself. So let's check the exploration really quickly for these players. Checking out Fiages, of course, who of course is just watching Tim, so it just comes up as him. He's found quite a bit, so Tim does have quite a good area. He knows where most of the resources on the map are. Hasn't explored this section here though, so that could cause him a little bit of trouble in the late game. However, for now he's looking to be pretty okay. No harassment yet. Viper, how are you doing? You've got quite a bit of this vision as well. However, I don't think he's seen much of this area here, so he doesn't know there's that much there. No big deal. Neither player really exploring the map heaps. Viper, of course, not knowing there's another golden stone here, which is really important. If he could have taken that area right now, it's going to be hard for Tim to come back. But anyway, lots of spears out for Viper already in the game, managing to push Tim back fairly easily, not getting the harassment he really needs for spending the resources, but still forcing those spears in production by Viper is always good to have available. Viper walling in, which is different. We don't usually see this from him at all. 2 spears currently out there, but Viper moving in with a bunch of archers. Don't think he's going to be able to do a lot of damage with these. However, Tim will have to pull back from this section over here, as of course he is going for stone, which is really important, because he's trying to get these stone walls up. And if we look, he has a massive stone wall up right now, building the Great Wall of China at the moment. Scout's still alive in Viper's base. This is really interesting to see. So we're seeing a lot of harassment, and getting out of there just in time to save 1 scout. However, 1 more hit from those scouts, from those spears, and that scout should go down. Going down to the archers there, not too bad. And if we just have a quick look at Viper's map, actually, I think I went through Tim's quite well, but while we're waiting here, gold to the front for Viper, not too bad, but it is on this hill here, so as long as Viper keeps the pressure up, he should be alright. However, if Tim manages to start pushing in, he's going to lose this gold here, which is really important, and if he loses this hill, Tim's going to be able to just camp up here with archers, and it's just started raining at the moment, guys, so if you can hear that, I am very sorry. Stone here as well, shocking position. This gold here again, shocking position altogether. However, he does have a nice back gold, which isn't bad, and this stone here isn't in the worst position either. So let's just speed this back up again while we wait for Tim to do whatever Tim is going to do. So yeah, currently has no units in play whatsoever right now. Is he going? And he's going up into Castle Age. That is why he has no units here. And Bloodlines is being produced. We have the second stable going up, so it looks like Tim's going to be going for Knights. And we don't even have an archery range, so it looks like this is going to be and a third stable going up. Looks like this is definitely going to be Knights, guys. We are seeing just something completely different here. We don't usually see just mass Knights in a game like in a Hun War. It's not done at all, or at least a lot. So Tim going up, and let's see that Knight production. There we go. 3 Knights. We do see quite a lot of archers though for Viper. And spears, it's going to make a really big difference right now. And in he moves. Let's go for this. Taking this section here out. But moving back there, Viper doing probably the best thought so far. Move back, we've got the Siege Workshop going up. There's Knights in here. They have the +1 armor, the +1 attack. And there's going to be a few of them. He managed to kill off this, well, stable here, which was quite important. He managed to get that in early, which is really good. But still, Knights against Archers, you know how that's going to end unless it's absolutely mass crossbows with all the upgrades. Only 2 spears there to defend as well, which isn't the best combination in the world. If we look at Viper's economy quickly, he's got 51 units out on play already. Actually, no, let's have a look. 69 units in play. Already in Castle Age, which is really good. He's got quite a few amount of farms down, lots of villages on wood there. He's got nice economy going, and we are seeing more archer ranges come up for him, so he is going to be going for the Cavalier Archer mix. Right now we do see a little bit of harassment coming in from Viper over here. Just getting the crossbow upgrade then, and we see the +2 attack and range happening there. Knight's currently moving out for Tim though, and it looks like he's going to try and get some harassment. Is that walled? Can't tell if that's walled or not. And it looks like Tim is going to be starting to put some pressure here. This archery range is actually starting to look like it's in trouble. Cavalry archers are getting some damage on, but of course it's not a lot. Sandwich coming in from Viper, but managing to get out of there with those Knights still intact. Very good play so far by Tim. Come on, what is the plan right now? What's your plan? And then we've got another bunch of spears here. It looks like he's just going to miss those Knights though. However, one coming back, the other's ducking back around to see Viper. And I don't think he's going to be able to get anywhere, so it should be alright. Second town center coming up for Viper. Doesn't look like a third yet. What is Tim on? Tim, have you got your second up? No. No second from Tim yet, which is really interesting. Looks like he's going into just full-on offensive. With Knights as well. Knights versus Cavalry Archers. That doesn't usually end well. Scores are currently only 2,800 to Viper, 2,700 to Tim, and it's only about 80-90 points in it, honestly. It is a very close matchup. Viper's starting to run out of wood by the looks of it, or not replanting these farms. Currently only on 100 wood, so this is actually going to be really bad for him, because he is producing Cavalry Archers, of course, and he's being able to take some off food and put them onto gold, which is always helpful as well. And looks like Tim is going to try and get out of here. Been a good game so far. Tim moving out. And looks like he's going to get out of there without too much trouble. We do have one lone crossbow over here, just examining the map for Viper. And let's have a look at the maps right now. What has each player seen about each other? Tim, well, Viper knows about Tim. He knows he's going Knights, which is good. He hasn't seen any Rangers, so he doesn't expect a Cavalry Archer switch right now. And let's just bring it back up. We do see Monks out for Tim right now, and Viper knows that Siege Workshop's up as well. If we swap over to Tim quickly, let's see what he's seeing. So he knows about the archery ranges, he knows about pretty much everything Viper's doing at this stage. Viper has no tricks up his sleeve at all. Tim doesn't really have any either. Both players know exactly what each other is doing. However, we do see Tim getting out this Mangonel nice and early. He's going to be able to counter these Cavalry Archers quite well. Of course, providing that Viper does a micro well, and well, with Viper, it's just known that he micros just amazing all the time. So, over this section here, looks like that Mangonel is going to get a few hits in here. Not a lot. And that Mangonel just dying off there, only losing one Cavalry Archer, so definitely worth it there to Viper. However, the splash damage is really going to hurt his units here. And no, it looks like he's fine, just clicking on them. Some on low health there, in fact there's one on 2 HP there, but no big deal. Tim naturally doing the smart thing, keeping Viper off this hill, now retreating back to his base because he knows he doesn't need to engage here. He may as well go for all those upgrades, bring those Mangonels in, and engage when he sees fit. Tim is playing this game so well right now, and whether or not he was just doing that for fun or not, I don't know, but we are missing a deer right now. And here we go. Viper is moving out, and we do see those Mangonels. Are those Mangonels going to get some good hits right now? Oh, that is massive right there for Viper, against Viper. Viper not happy right now. Looks like these Mangonels will be taken out without too much trouble, and going to lose some more crossbows. Looks like that one hurt his Knights more honestly, and oh, again, one another big hit. All these Cavalry Archers running on extremely low HP right now. These Knights are just going to be able to clean them up so quickly. Forward Siege Workshop for Viper is not going to be going up. This is not looking good for Viper. He's about to lose his entire army. Remember, these Knights do have 2+2 pierce armor on them, which is absolutely insane going up against Archers, which only have 6+2 and 5+2 attack. So they're taking a minimal damage at all. And there we go. So we just saw Whack and Gatsby there, I believe it's Gene, actually resign off there because it was being a bit laggy in game. So they said, alright, we'll take it, we'll be the good ones. And they resigned out to minimize the lag for the player, which is absolutely great. Right now we can see that Tim is still pushing on the pressure. He is absolutely dominating these Cavalry Archers right now, but choosing to come back again. One thing that you will notice about Tim's play, actually, as well as the walling, he is a very patient player. He will wait till the engagement suits him, and then he'll take it. Moving up with this Mangonel, engagement is good for him. And look at that, splash damage on those guys, and Knights pick off the rest. Just waiting there for the engagement to suit him. He could have gone forward with those Knights, and that Mangonel, of course, would have catched up. But, because of the fact he just moved back, he lost a few less Knights, which is absolutely great. For Viper right now, the scores are still really close. Honestly, it's only 100 points in it. But Viper's lost a lot of units, and like we said, Viper's only got this one gold in here, so he's going to start running low. And he is going to actually have to come out here to start gathering these gold quite early in the game. And because of that, Tim has his one here. I don't know if he has another one actually inside his base. But the fact is, Tim has the map control right now. Viper's forced to camp out around his base. We see a 5th archer range going down there. That is a lot. Viper really wanting to put on the Cavalry Archer pressure right now. But while we're waiting, let's just speed it up a little bit so we can get back to the fighting. Looks like this Siege Workshop, no defense from Viper whatsoever. Viper taking the score lead there for a second, so it is really close. The economies must be so close right now. We can see that we currently have Tim on 90 population. We have Viper on 109, which is pretty good, but most that's probably going to be work account. And of course, as I've stated, that Knights do very well against Archers, as long as you're not out-microed. And this Mangonel here is going to make a big difference. They can get so many kills so quickly. I actually wish we had a kill counter for these units. But Tim moving out, and it looks like Viper's going to catch this town center. And losing one villager. And if Viper's not careful, he might actually get surrounded. Ooh, going to lose a lot of Cavalry Archers there. Losing 1, 2, 3, 4... And I think Tim, this might be the push from Tim that we've been waiting for here. He's actually moving out with the Mangonel as well. Losing 4 Cavalry Archers in this engagement here was not favourable whatsoever. Viper camping out on this hill because he knows he needs that advantage right now, which is very smart of him. And moving back, he's just going to sit on this hill, being patient as well. Very smart play from both players so far. Finalists definitely right now. Mangonel, of course, from Tim, going to be able to do so much damage. Viper actually going up by 300 points right now. However, Tim is expanding out all over the map right now. He's put a town center up, so he's going for his 4th Town Center right now, and looks like we're about to see another engagement here. 4th Town Center out in this side here for Tim, and here we go. Tim, is he going to get this Mangonel hit here? This could do a lot of potential damage, and we did see quite a bit of splash damage there actually. And the Knights should be able to clean it up now without too much trouble. Mangonel actually getting the heal bonus as well while it stays up here, so it should be able to do some severe damage to these cavalry archers if Viper isn't careful. Viper potentially going to lose a lot of villagers here, and we can see Tim taking the score lead again. Town Center coming out in the front for Viper, however, I don't know if it's going to be enough right now. He's going to be running extremely low on the gold count, like we can see if we jump over quickly. Actually, I'll wait for this fight. Once this fight is done, we will jump over and have a look at those just gold counts and how much he actually has left. Right now, Viper, of course, is getting the favorable engagement here, but this Mangonel here is going to make all the difference. Taking all this splash on this Mangonel, of course, soaking up as much damage as possible before it dies. And Tim probably is going to take this, honestly. I thought he was going to lose these Knights here, but that Mangonel hits and these new Knights coming in here, they're going to make a big difference. I would not be surprised if this Town Center does not go up right now. Viper just playing really hard here. He knows he needs to get this Town Center up. Currently trying to regroup his army. However, the Knights, of course, having that great armor advantage, they are doing so much damage right now. Looks like this Town Center will not go up right now for Viper, which is really, really important. And trying to camp out on the top of this hill again. And it looks like this Town Center will not be going up. Not Fiage, I always think Fiage when I see his name there. But we've got Tim moving up with the Knights, and let's get back to it and check out Viper. Viper is out of gold in his main base. He doesn't have any stone here available. Let's swap over and have a look what he's got. He's currently got 117 gold. He's got no way of bringing gold whatsoever. He has no relics in play. All he's got is stone. So if we check the market right now, and he just built one, so let's have a look at the rates. Wouldn't be surprised at all if he starts buying some. And I can't see there at all at the moment, so that doesn't help me at all. Keep an eye on Viper's gold count though. And it looks like Viper trying to move out again, but again, Tim getting a favourable engagement here. Tim as well making the switch into cavalry archers, which is something that is extremely hard to do. People always say it's hard to go from knight eco into cavalry archer eco, but Tim's gone up with 4 rangers already. I think Tim's got this one. He's managing to chase down these cavalry archers over here. He's pushing into Viper's base. This is not looking good for Viper right now, guys. And currently about 800 points in front. Tim getting back with that relic as well. Tim being a very efficient player right now, taking those as well. Forward Siege Workshop going up for Tim. And if University up over here for no particular reason. Farms out over here. We are seeing all these golds just being collected by just Tim right now. He's doing such a good job. This is just absolutely great play from both players, but Viper in this moment just he hasn't been getting the most favourable engagement that he needs. And looks like he's going to get a wolf onto him as well, just to add to his pain right now. Going back up the hill, might turn around and start fighting, or might continue to run off. Looks like the Knights are catching up. And something really important to note here, which I haven't noted, Viper has not got bloodlines. That is so important. I should have really noted this earlier, but that is so important right now. That's 20 extra HP onto these cavalry archers. Tim has it already. Viper, none there whatsoever. Let's go back to Tim. Tim having quite a good eco at the moment, managing to keep his economy quite low on the resources, which is always good, because that means there's heaps of units coming out. And currently we do have this battering ram moving forward, and looks like Viper is going to try and attack here, but naturally is going to lose at those cavalry archers. The fact that he hasn't got bloodlines is ridiculous. Tim knows that if he loses this position here, he may as well just lame it for Viper. So right now, putting that wall up around the gold, why the hell not? This is a final game, you may as well go for it at this stage. You can do everything and anything at all to stop your opponent going up. Viper currently down by 1,100 points, trying to get some damage in with these cavalry archers. However, as we know, just Tim's cavalry archers are better, just because of the fact they have that bloodlines upgrade. Neither player going up to Pure Age yet either, which is quite interesting. However, I can see Viper resigning very, very soon. Tim coming really close to that 200 pop limit. We are seeing right now these just battering rams moving forward. Just all these units just getting taken out for Viper. Currently going up with Pikemen, which is probably a smart choice. And Knights in the economy now. This is not good at all. These Knights are just going to be able to go straight for the villagers if they really want to. And pushing in through here, we do have pikes coming in from Viper. However, I don't think at this point they're going to be able to do enough. And we do have quite a few. We actually have 5 barracks up for Viper right now. However, the fact is cavalry archers are now in play as well. Maybe before, when Tim was going for the pure knight harass, he could have gone just pure pikes and been able to overrun it. But now the fact is Tim has this cavalry archer advantage as well, and he's going to be able to take out those pikes without too much trouble. Tim regrouping on this hill here. And there we go. Viper, I can't believe I forgot Bloodlines. Not good at all. We see Tim going up into Imperial right now. The engagement over here is looking favourable for Viper, but now that all these just cavalry archers have got in here, they're going to be able to take out these pikes without too much trouble. Of course, those rams were absorbing a lot of damage. These knights are going to be able to soak up most of that cavalry archer damage. And we do see a forward castle going up for Viper. Well, not forward, but defensive castle. Forward defensive castle going up for Viper. And if that castle goes up, Viper could be able to push this back. But at the moment, Tim's ahead by so much. He's going up to Imperial Age. I just don't think there's going to be a lot else we're going to be able to see. And Viper transitioning into skirmishes. You know what they say, when your opponent starts building skirmishes, they're in trouble. Of course, that is true in this game because Viper just has no gold available to him whatsoever. Tim just having complete map harassment at this map. He's got everything he needs at this stage. Tim doing so well right now. Elite Skirmisher for Viper there. Really important upgrade to get when fighting off cavalry archers because all that armor upgrade, it really does help. And Tim pushing to the top of this hill here, and I have a feeling that once Tim goes in Imperial, it's going to be a pretty much good game for Viper. There's not going to be a lot he can do. In fact, at the moment, he can still hold this castle. He's going to make holding this front line a lot easier. However, this section over here can be fought in on. He can lose a lot of villagers here. Tim's just doing a great job in his positioning here. He's just sitting on top of this hill, taking out everything that moves on against him. Pikemen, of course, do bonus damage to cavalry archers, but you've got to remember as well, they've got to be able to catch up with them before they can do the bonus damage. And Viper looks like he might survive for another day here. So let's speed this one up quickly just while we see Tim. Looks like Viper just does not have the reinforcements he needs to take these units out. And Pikemen, of course, getting killed off very quickly. Skirmishers, of course, soaking up some of that damage so those Pikemen can get in there really, really early. Viper pushing out with another 2 archery rangers, naturally going for that skirmisher mix because, of course, he has no gold whatsoever available to him right now. However, Tim's map control at this stage, it's ridiculous. He's currently up by 1,000 points. Tim hitting Imperial there, putting him up by 1,200 points. Which thought, so Viper is starting to catch up, kinda. And I don't think Viper's even thinking about going up. Viper is going up to Imperial, so he has got that going for him. We are seeing another 2 barracks, so he is going to be going for a large trash unit composition right now. But I do believe we will be seeing just mass paladins right now from Tim. Tim going to be able to take this one very, very easy. As they say, gold units just stomp on non-gold units. Even just Halberdiers versus Paladin. Halberdier versus Knight, the Knight still wins. So, it is a big expense though. Halberdier versus Knight, 1 for 1. But, you know, you win it, you win it. If you have the ability to just mass gold units, why not? Thing is as well, we do see the market up for Tim as well, so whether or not he's using that to just sell off all the resources, try and get the worst just prices for Viper whatsoever, that's definitely an option as well. So, what are we going to see from Tim? Most likely the Paladin upgrade, and then just go in and try and absolutely destroy Viper. And are we seeing the Paladin? Paladin! Where were we? We are at 50% completion, Viper. You've got, like, I don't know, like a minute to come up with something amazing to do here. Viper advancing up. He's going to need that Halberdier upgrade very, very badly right now. Has not got the +4 attack on these guys yet. However, I can see it being done very, very soon. In fact, let's check the blacksmith. It's not being done. Very interesting. But the fact is, still, they have all their armor upgrades, so they're going to be able to absolutely demolish these skirmishes. They do have a very large amount of hit points, and that upgrade for the Paladin should be done any time soon right now. But Tim, over here, these pikes are going to be able to absolutely destroy these Paladins. So there we go. The fight is about to start. Let's see how it happens. Viper having a lot of the hill bonus here, actually standing on top of this hill with all these just... You can see the demolition there by those pikes. They just absolutely destroyed those knights. Tim retreating out of there by the looks of it. He really needs to get some just siege in here. And the forward castle there from Tim. Very smart play, of course, as always. And these Paladins here, he's just throwing them into these Halberdier lines. I know he has the resources and the ability to be able to do that, because of course he's got such good map control, and he's got 1k food just sitting there, but it seems a little bit ridiculous to me that he's going for this, because throwing away Paladins aren't cheap units. They're worth 75 gold each, and Halberdiers, what are they worth? Nothing compared to them. So it's interesting to see Tim just throwing them away like this. He is starting to win the engagement here. However, Viper does have a shit ton of barracks out, so he's going to be able to replenish those numbers very, very quickly. And looks like Viper is trying to take this gold here with these villagers. However, these Paladins are just overwhelming right now. Tim just looks like he's got his rally points set straight down to there. We have all this army just pushing in straight through here. And good game from the Viper, guys. Tim managing to take that with mass Paladins. So game 1, the Hun War goes to Tim. Which, like I said, Viper's taken out all games so far, so don't get discouraged. Vipers still definitely has this. This is a best of 5, so it's first to 3. Tim still has to win another 2 games before he's got it. So I'll see you guys in the next game.